Hi everybody, this is Sherry with UpOrDownThereBeautiful.blogspot.com. I sat down today and had some time to craft and create a few things, which I don't know about you, but it always makes me feel better to create and do things. And one of the things I made today was a Michaels balsa box, and I used the Meadowlark 6x6 paper pad for the top of the box, and then I used some apple barrel lilac dust to paint the box, and then the roses I did with my white Sculpey clay, and just mixed a little bit of, just a very little bit of purple with it to give the pale lavender. And these little tiny flowers here are 5mm rosebuds from Wild Orchid Crafts. The brad that is the closure on this one is from Stampin' Up, and it's called their Antique Brads. And this, again, this lace right here, I used the same kind last time to close my box, and this I got from Anna. She sent to me, and it was just a scrap that she didn't think she could use because it was too small for her layouts, but I've been able to make 2 closures for my balsa boxes. Here's the other one that I did with another Stampin' Up antique brad, and then I still have just enough to make probably one more closure out of one of her scraps. So I was like, yay! You know, she was so tickled. She didn't know if I'd be able to use them, but they're so perfect for the projects that I use, and which is the great thing about crafters. We share the things that we have, and what somebody else might not be able to use may be perfect for the next person. So that's how it worked with this in this case. And you just, it's elastic, and it just comes off and lifts up. Now I put a piece of foam, or it's actually a piece of sponge, and I'm going to cover it with fabric. And then I made one of my, I put a pin back on it, and it is one of my Mother's Day corsages. And it's got the 3mm iridescent beads, the 4mm Wild Orchid Craft rosebuds, and then one of the roses, the clay roses that I made. And the backing here is from Discount Charms, which is an Etsy store, if you're interested in getting some of those. And so it just goes back in here, and I'm going to get some fabric to cover that, and then I'll put the pin down through there to keep it from sliding around when I send it off. And I did that today. And the second thing I did was a journal. Let me see if I can pull this back a little. Here's my journal. And this is just some tulle that I had in my stash. It came from Walmart. Some ribbon. And I believe Anna also gave me this ribbon, or this lace. And then another brad from Antique Brad from Stampin' Up. And the paper that I used for this project is from GCD Studios. It is, let me see if I can get that over there. Spring in Bloom is the name of it, and it is done by Donna Salazar, and it says it's a linen texture. Let me get that up there. And I'm telling you, this paper feels so good. I could just sit here and like rub it all day long. And but it's just awesome paper, and it feels like fabric, it feels like linen. And you just untie the little bow, and I'm turning this into a journal for a friend, and I haven't finished it yet. I'm gonna put a I've got clear Avery shipping tags, and I'm gonna print on it on my computer with one of these blues that you see up here. And I use these little tiny, let me see if you can see them there. Yep, those little tiny eyelets, and they are Making Memories eyelets, and I use that to put my ribbon through. And then when you open up the journal, it's got another piece of the same paper inside there, and I just love this paper because it just looks so realistic and so 3D. And this is also excuse me, this is my first time altering. Let me get my little box. That was what was keeping me from being able to put my thing all the way over. This was my first time altering one of these journals, and I had a little trouble with the holes because I had seen a video where you get a journal that has this kind of a binding, and then you just spread apart, like if you had a bind-it-all or whatever, you just spread apart the things and you take the front and back off and label it. And see back here, I put just a small brad that's holding this on, and use the same paper. And then this is one of the stamps that I showed in my last video from Vistaprint, and this one just says Handmade with Love by Sherry. So, and I made my very first charm, and I was so excited. And of course, after I make the charm, I get on the internet, and let me see who it is. Roxy Car 11 is doing a video on how to make charms, and I'm like, now, you know, of course I couldn't have got on there a half hour earlier and, you know, watched her video before I did this. But I used one of these pens. Let me zoom down here so you can see the pen. I believe Anna gave me this one, and I went with the black because of the black binding. And then each one of the things I added a bead and then added a charm too. And this one says Made with Love, and then we've got a little bunny rabbit and a little dog and an angel, and let me see, where else are we at here, and a little bear, which I just love the bear because he's double-sided, so whichever way you look at him, he's right. And then the butterfly, and then let's see what else we got. The little pin there that says the little ribbon. Whoops, so sorry guys. The little ribbon here that says Hope. Goes that way, and it says Hope, and then a little flower. And then this is one of the beads that I got from Dollar Bead. And this is one of the beads that I got from dollarbead.com. And I love these ones. But I wanted to make it just a little special by adding, you know, the charms to it and decking it out there. So hopefully my friend will like it. And but this was my first one like this, and that goes with that. And I really, really wish I had had the Meadowlark paper and a larger pad, which I love the 6x6 pads, and I have quite a few of them. But when you have a project like this, it was just a little bit too short, and I couldn't use it because I had really wanted it to kind of match. But I had to go with different, and that's okay. You know, it's not like they're going to be staying, you know, the pieces would be together anyway. So, but these are the things that I did today, and the projects that I made, and I just wanted to share them with you all. So, thanks for visiting me today, guys, and happy crafting. Bye.